all its seeming futility, so what else is there left to do but jump ship and remove the Jedi from the equation altogether?
And leave the Siths unchecked. It'd be like going, people say Batman's villains are created by Batman, they're only there for Batman. So it'd be like removing Batman from Gotham and then just going, we expect all the villainy to just stop.
Well, there's no point for Penguin to keep on moving on.
Or are they just gonna go even harder?
They are unchecked. Kylo could just walk into a room just unchallenged. What?
After all, Luke knows that even if he returns to the fight, he couldn't change the tide single-handedly like last time. And he
Pause.
He did exactly that!
And he wasn't even there! What are you talking about?
If nothing else, he'll inspire the people around him.
You got a legend. You got the only other Jedi that is known, because we know Leia just ain't picking up that lightsaber. But we got the only other Jedi who can oppose these basically magicians. So you combat them with a bigger magician. Poe and his blaster ain't doing nothing.
Skywalker never wanted to be Darth Vader. It's a conclusion he came to out of desperation and fear, one that he stayed with to wallow in his pain and misery after he lost everything he turned for in the first place. But Ben wants to be Kylo Ren.
But the last movie, though, I don't think that's what happened.
And it wasn't just desperation and fear. It was also love. It was the fear of loss. It wasn't just him just going, oh my goodness, I'm going to lose my power or anything. No, he wanted to save somebody that he loved. And the Jedi was just like, you're not supposed to have those feelings. So he thought, he internalized it, and these are bad feelings that I need to have, and I need to put them somewhere else. But then again, like you said, the whole Ben thing. Ben is the most inconsistent character.
Absolutely.
It is nuts how he just flip-flops so hard.
Wants to revel in the dark side. That's not an easy thing to change, and the empathy that Luke used to turn his father last time round won't work here, and
it literally worked here.
It did! His daddy just came up just like, I forgive you. You're actually pretty good, though. And he chucked his lightsaber like a cuck and went up in that mug empty-handed. Against Palpatine. That's why that movie is worse. No, but crap like that is just like, you didn't even try to. Don't say that it wouldn't work when he didn't even try. He came up in there with lightsabers ablaze, just like, this is the only way. It's go time. And then for some reason he stopped. And then he didn't go, wait. As he's killing all of his students and stuff like that. Just don't emptily platitude. Just be like, it won't work. Whatever.
Work here, and beyond that, what's one warrior against the might of an entire army? But
it's not one warrior. It's one warrior plus the hope that he inspires.
In the Resistance, you act like the Resistance is just not
there. They just don't even exist. But you go, oh, this dude took down the entire galaxy before, and he's back. But if you just go Empire, sorry. But if you go, if Ray just went, Luke ain't coming. He's kind of mad, depressed. He said that there's no hope. You just go, all right, this dude.
Oh, did you find Luke? Flirt. He wasn't here.
He ain't here. He ain't even here.
We gotta figure something else out.
But yeah, if you go, Luke has lost hope. You go, the dude that took down the entire empire before has already lost hope. So what hope is there for us? And that lowers morale to an almost irreparable level. But him just being there going, I'm going to do everything that I can, and y'all know what I can do, that's something.
And it was something at the end of this movie.
And it was something. Instead of literally nothing.
Jedi doesn't let him off the hook that easy. The reality of the legend of the Jedi of Luke Skywalker might be flawed and messy and permeated by failure, but that legend can't be something, as Rey so plainly puts it.
The galaxy may need a legend.
Legends are not history, they're only derived from it. Legends are the stories we tell to elevate history, and behind every legend are people, flawed and messy and permeated by failure, but also beautiful and unique and intensely human. People like Luke Skywalker.
These words are infuriating.
It is really bad.
I had forgotten. This is earlier than his Baz v Soups, I believe. This is even wordier. I didn't think that was possible, but it's even wordier.
Quite a lot of words.
Jedi Master. The old legends might be dead to him now, his own failures too crushing to move past, but after a visit from an old friend...
It don't matter what. If you go, Luke, did you turn the second most evil mother in the entire galaxy? He's gonna say yes. How did you do it? Well, by basically proving his love for me. That was it. I didn't fight him into... Well, I did fight him into submission.
I mean, we threw down.
So wait a second. So you beat the second most strongest mother in the galaxy? Well, yeah, I suppose.
I guess that did happen.
Now that you think about it, yeah, I did. So you not only beat him, but you turned him, and then you forced him to kill the most evil and most powerful dude in the entire galaxy. Yes, that is what happened.
That is the sequence of events.
That is the sequence of events. Do not idolize me. I am not a legend.
Single-handedly crippling the Empire for quite a while.
Those seem like legend status things to me, Luke. We're not embellishing anything that happened. You beat him into submission.
Look, my hand's missing. Clearly, I'm not getting the whole picture.
That's me. That's all I am right now. I'm not even a man.
Luke realizes what he needs to do. Be the legend the galaxy needs him to be.
It took one conversation, even though this entire time Rey was just like, please.
Just do this, please.
Yes, the galaxy needs you. And then Yoda was just like, the galaxy kind of needs you, though. He's like, you right. Why didn't anybody say they needed me?
I wasn't going to listen to that woman. But you, Master Yoda, absolutely you right.
And then that scene is also very bad because he goes, I'm about to burn the sacred Jedi text. And Yoda goes, all right, let me do that for you, zap. And he goes, but no, the sacred Jedi text. What the happened there? Why did...
All bark, no bite. You gonna... Hey, Luke. You gonna talk the talk or you gonna walk the walk, my guy?
You trying to burn these? Yeah, here it comes. Hey, I'm gonna do it.
Nobody stopping me. Master Yoda, I'm about to do it for real, though. Yeah, we're waiting.
Do it.
Here it comes. Yeah, okay.
The galaxy needs him to be. An old man with a laser sword facing down the whole First Order.
What is that old man, if not one of the most powerful Jedi in existence?
One of the three most powerful. He's the most powerful of the three in this moment. So of course we need him. And then he just, what am I gonna do? Just face down the entire galaxy Jedi Order with a lightsaber? And then he just does it. And with almost no turning on his point.
But why the sudden change of heart?
Why?
See, the legacy of the Jedi might be failure, but
stop
it doesn't
saying
have
it.
to
You
stay
haven't
that way.
proved
Luke is
that.
Still an icon, and Force Ghost Yoda knows that no matter how defeated his old student might feel, he still has more to give to this fight. Yoda says, you know what? You messed up, and that's okay. Embrace it. Learn from it. I think Yoda knows that the optimistic young Jedi...
Why did he not say that before? Or did he already say that? And for some reason now he's listening.
No, he was cut off from the Force, so he couldn't see and feel Master Yoda anymore. But while training Rey, he reestablishes his link with the Force, which allows Yoda to present himself at this particular moment, as opposed to all the moments that Rey was also there for. That's why this movie is worse.
Okay, so we have to go. Let's go to the sequence of events.
Yep.
Kylo destroys the Jedi Temple.
Luke kills the second most powerful dude. Oh, you're talking about for this movie.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
Yeah. But yeah, he does that. And Yoda, who is a Force ghost and can see this, does nothing. Luke travels to the most forceful place in the entire galaxy, where the sacred Jedi text is, the secret Jedi island. Yoda does nothing. He cuts himself off from the Force. Yoda does nothing to, let's say, Leia appearing in front of her going, Luke is at this location, cut off from the Force. He does not do that at this point.
No. Because that would be interfering with the natural order of things. Don't roll your eyes. Let me explain.
I closed my eyes. I didn't roll them.
I saw the fluttering. That's a roll.
You can't say that. That's your opinion.
You know what? You are correct. So, cyclical nature of things. No. And he only just gives Luke some advice. But he's not like, I'm gonna...
But that's the same stuff that Rey was spitting.
She was spitting the same game. But Luke was not trying to hear that shit.
But it's so stupid when you think about it in those terms.
But we're not.
But we're just not.
Because hope.
Yoda has the ability to become a Force ghost and travel throughout the galaxy. He does not summon lightning upon anybody else. We see that Force users have the ability to interact with things such as lightsabers and lifting up an entire X-Wing with the Force. Yoda does none of these things. Yoda does not choke Palpatine in his... Not Palpatine. Palpatine in his sleep. Sure, why not? Snoke in his sleep either. None of this. He does not appear to anybody, nor do anything. There are countless amount of dead Jedi. Why are
there a bunch of Force ghosts, just Force ghosts, and then killing
there are people? Countless amount of dead Jedi in the world, and they are doing nothing.
Maybe they can only go to areas where there's like strong Force there.
Where is that ever stated?
I didn't say that. That's why the preamble I quantified it with maybe.
So why did none of them appear in front of Rey?
When they did in her head.
Why she was on the island?
Because she wasn't in tune with the Force yet.
Yes, she was.
No, she wasn't. Because she still had to find the balance of it and everything. She wasn't as in tune as she needed to be. That's why she couldn't hear their voices until the very end. The third.
But why
movie.
did she hear Luke?
What?
Why did she see and hear Luke?
What?
When she went back to the island. Why was there not 14 of them motherfuckers there?
What?
Just like,
okay, but that's an area with strong Force.
Okay, why were there not 14 motherfuckers there?
Because she don't know them.
You don't think that matters? Who cares?
You want Mace Windu coming up?
Yes, Mace Windu go. If this mother shoots lightning at you, just redirect it back. It's his biggest weakness. It's gonna kill him. And it did. Okay, if you're going, she don't know none of them fools, why was she the person that went to Luke? Luke don't know her.
Two people knew her there.
Shut the f up.
That brought Vader back to the light hasn't exiled himself all the way out there because he doesn't care. It's because he cares so much that he can't bear the pain of knowing any of this was his fault. He knows that Luke is heartbroken about losing his nephew, about losing his students, about losing the order he tried to
he knows about all of that and did nothing.
And then he's gonna run. He's a coward.
Okay, how about this? Luke can't see him. Even though he's not in tune with the Force, so he can't see Yoda.
Cut himself off.
Yoda can still interact with stuff.
Yep.
Why does Yoda just not write messages in the ground?
Because Luke wasn't ready.
Shh.
Lives with the guilt of failing his twin sister and longtime friend, but Yoda also knows that Luke doesn't have to let that define him. His legend can be reborn, his legacy can be renewed, and
why are you showing Rey doing this amazing task when you say that?
Legacy.
That's not his he taught her one thing. It was just like the Force don't belong to the Jedi, which is an obvious thing.
Yeah, and then she got the balance, and he was there for it, and he taught her. And now, the legacy is reborn through her, and she can continue on his legacy. And, that's why at the end...
That's why she goes, I'm a Skywalker, mother.
That's why that movie's worse.
Maybe he can find some kind of redemption in his own eyes, some kind of closure. Luke can rewrite...
Why can he interact with things in this not forceful place, sir?
Because that's why it killed him. Because he's using so much Force ability to project to an area that is not full of the Force.
Why did it not kill Snoke?
What do you mean?
Snoke did the exact same thing. He linked Rey and Ben together. He was the reason why they were able to see each other.
They're both
he
full
linked
of
two people.
Yeah, they're both
an entire.
Force. They're both full of ridiculous Force.
That you didn't say that before. You didn't say that was the reason.
Heavy Force. I said places with heavy Force.
Places
around.
with heavy Force, not people with heavy Force.
You've already said the Force is like a thing around you.
Sure.
So they got a heavy Force around
them. But doesn't Luke as well? Why does he have a finite amount of Force if it's around him? Why does he not keep drawing into it?
That projected it around. It projected it further. That's what allowed.
No,
he's like channeling it from the island to this Force.
Okay, but if it's around him and he's in the most forceful place in the galaxy, why does he have 3.5 minutes before he strokes out?
Because think of it like this. If you try to force something big through a small hole, the hole is going to expand and it's going to tear it apart. And that's what happened. Luke got torn apart by all the amazing Force within that island.
You can't be serious with this. But that doesn't...
Am I not ready for next week?
That doesn't explain Snoke.
They had the Force around them, so wherever they were, they could be linked together.
But Luke has it too.
Yeah, but he projected that thing around him outwards.
But So what are we doing with Snoke? Is he using his Force or their Force?
I would say theirs is just.
But why are they not tired? Because he goes, if you tried this would kill you.
You know what? Maybe it channels through him. So like he's a bridge for the communication of the two forces. So he's bringing it in and letting them intersect and talk to each other.
Because they're so powerful.
And because he's so powerful.
Okay, but here's the thing. Luke can transport himself across the galaxy in just a sort of thing.
Yeah.
But non-Force users can see him. Yep. Why is that?
That's why it was so tangible that it wasn't just like some Force ghost. It was an actual thing, which tired him out.
Yes, but Snoke did the same thing.
No, his thing was more like a theory.
No, because when Ben he holds his hand out and there's rain on it, so he had touched that rain. He was there. Mm-hmm. They touched each other's hands.
Yeah, but they're all so powerful.
That's not an excuse.
Yeah.
You
can feel the things that people feel through the Force.
No, that's not what you feeling. The thing he was feeling. He was feeling the rain around her.
Yep.
And that's not anything around. That's not anything about him or her. That's just a thing.
He felt the disruption of the Force thanks to the rain.
This is nothing.
It's an opinion. And
you know what? We're done here. That's an opinion. I can't. I'm done. I'm sorry.
I can't be wrong.
I forgot.
His story, and a story is exactly what the Resistance needs right now. Because that's where hope comes from, right? Stories of a brighter past that promise a brighter future, or promises of a brighter future we haven't yet seen, a future we can only imagine. A story of the galaxy's most iconic hero walking out to face the might of all that is cruel and violent and hateful in the galaxy, and facing it all alone in a pacifist demonstration of glorious defiance, one man against impossible odds. That's the kind of story that can resonate across the galaxy and be heard by the downtrodden and oppressed, ready to rise to the occasion.
How did they learn that story? How did them kids learn that story?
The kid was in tune with the Force.
And so he just felt it?
Yes. He felt all the Force around him in that area thanks to Luke's Force projection. and Kylo Ren being there. Don't scratch your eyebrow.
Do you have any evidence of this happening any time before?
I have my opinion of it happening, so...
That's not enough. I apologize, but it's not enough.
I
accept your opinion. Mm-hmm. It is not wrong, but I'm simply engaging your opinion with a question.
Mm-hmm. And I don't need to answer that question because it is just how I feel, and it's my opinion. So thank you.
So thank you. Dude, no, but seriously.
Dude, it's dumb. What do you want?
You have to
even my answering question thing is just dumb. It's all so dumb.
You have to look at it like the only people there were the First Order, and at that time, all the other people had already ran for the hole. So either
did people on the Resistance go to Canto Bight and start telling people in Canto Bight about the story, and then it eventually made their way to literal slaves there, children slaves?
Or did one of the First Order members just like, yeah, that old Luke guy, Ben just went out there, sliced him in half, and he disappeared. But then the kids are just like, yeah! Neither makes sense.
Of story that can light the spark of hope that will burn the First Order down.
Pause. Why are they using child slaves instead of robots? You have to feed children. You have to teach them. A robot costs what, $1,000? Motherfucking Anakin built one in a cave with scraps.
To be fair, they're not Anakin. It would make more sense, especially because Canto Bight is a casino area, and the only people that can really play there are super rich people. So you know what? Maybe it's about the super rich being depraved, so they want to see that child labor and those kids and
but you're sacrificing so much work, and you're
to placate to the people that are.
But why not just be like, I want the job done, not I want to have the job done and laugh at a kid. And also,
they're depraved, they're rich.
We never see that.
Nope.
So we just have to assume that they're just like whipping children. Yes. They're not even complicit in the whipping of children. They're not even seeing the whipping of the children. Nope. They just know it's happening. Yep. And they're just like, yeah.
They see a kid walking up with a tray shaking and they go, good. That's what I pay for.
Fear. There's no hope there.
Theme's gone.
Luke hitting total nirvana through the Force as he finally and peacefully
truly
becomes
nirvana. He seems like he's in a lot of pain. He's shaking. His eyes are closed. They're very tightly shut.
This seems like the hardest Duke he's ever taken in his life. He's just
total nirvana through the Force as he finally and peacefully truly becomes one with it is just it's a Star Wars knockout. And so that's what I see in this scene here. This kid from Canto Bight, this kid with no name, with no real place in this story, hearing this legend of Luke Skywalker, the mythic Jedi Master.
Hearing this legend of Luke Skywalker standing up, who told the story? How did it get to that kid?
Yeah, how long out from this scene was that scene? Couple days, couple weeks, couple months.
It doesn't matter to him. The moment matters, not anything around it. The fact that it happened and how it happens matters to him. Not anything that's just like, wow, this makes zero amount of sense.
The mechanics of how it works.
This makes zero amount of sense because if you go, okay, one Resistance member saw what was happening, traveled to Canto Bight, put their head through the bar, was like, hey, yo, Luke was pretty hot out there. Peace out. Doesn't save the kid anything. Or you got the First Order member going, yeah, this old dude came out there with a lightsaber and then Kylo cut him in half. One of those two things had to have happened. or that dumb Force thing that you were spitting.
It's not dumb if it's my opinion.
You are correct. I keep forgetting.
Legend of Luke Skywalker, the mythic Jedi Master, standing up to the full force of the First Order with nothing more than a lightsaber. And it's...
he wasn't there.
So. He was not there. But throughout the whole movie, Ray was just like, you inspire people. He goes, whatever. And then he does it. So what are we to gain from that? just give up and then until somebody or always have hope or what?
A lightsaber, and it sets his imagination on fire. That story tells him that, hey, the little guy can make the difference, so that as he...
Little guy?
He died and destroyed almost nothing.
He accomplished very little. And he's not the little guy. He's the most powerful Jedi almost in history. So, and how did they get the materials to make those dolls?
They bought them.
With their slave labor.
Yep. What? Here's what it is. The First Order had them to like strategically and then they were like, well, he's dead, so kaplow. Oh, these ships were destroyed, so kaplang. And then the kids scuttled up and took them and just went, hey, this is Luke Skywalker, and he stood up to this big old ship. That's what I think happened.
Looks up out into the night sky, I think he knows that somewhere out there lies the opportunity to be part of something more, the opportunity to fight back,
they fought back before he ever became old enough to actually fight anything. And they already beat him. And that struggle is gone. And he's still a slave.
They freed the horses, but not the children.
They freed a horse.
They freed a horse, but not the children.
Yeah, you can't take the kids along. They're
Yes,
too heavy. What are you gonna do? Put them on your shoulders? They're not force users. They can't carry them.
2 people rode that horse.
Mm-hmm.
What's 1/4 of the weight of a fully grown man?
A lot. Straw that broke the camel's back.
No.
All it takes is a straw.
We'll get another horse and put.
They don't have time for that. They're trying to get off the planet. You know,
They weren't trying too hard as they were barreling through the casino.
Yeah, but that was...
And then they just go, yeah, it was worth it to make them hurt.
Sometimes it's not about the money.
What do you mean make them hurt? Who do you think is going to be cleaning that up? The slaves! Surely they have insurance. They don't give a They're rich! Who'd you make hurt? That kid!
Picking up that broom. Hey, these chips are still everywhere. Let's go.
Whip.
to forge his own destiny amongst the stars as part of the new rebellion. Because the spark of hope the Resistance is so obsessed with finding isn't something they need a map to the uncharted regions of the galaxy to find. The spark...
They needed an uncharted map to find with the Wayfinder to find Palpatine.
They most certainly did. But that's anti-hope.
Isn't Luke Skywalker returning to the fold and ripping the First Order fleet out of the sky?
But the moment
why didn't Hordo get some, some legend of her for running through that fleet and killing dozens and thousands of them?
A lot. But yeah, go back a little bit because I forgot my point.
Returning to the fold and ripping the First Order fleet out of the sky. The spark isn't something out there.
Yeah, no, that's what it was. The moment that he came, they went, yo, Luke's here, so maybe there is a way. And then C-3PO went, oh yeah, actually there is a way out. So if not for him, they would never have found that way out. That was the spark of hope.
The fleet out of the sky. The spark isn't something out there just out of our reach. It's something inside us, something inside all of us, and I think The Last Jedi just wants to be the story to let us know that that spark is always there.
That why Ben turned? Even though Luke said he was unturnable? That's why this movie is worse.
Oh boy.
And hey, that's just how The Last Jedi adds up to the moment I love most in Star Wars, the moment that speaks to me the loudest. I haven't even touched on all the other things I love about this movie because, oh my god, it's a list that just gets longer and longer by the day. I love the way The Last Jedi challenges Finn to choose something to stand for and how it forces Poe to learn that jumping in an X-Wing and blowing
Pause. Challenging Finn to choose what to fight for was what he said?
By the day. I love the way The Last Jedi challenges Finn to choose something to stand for and how it...
Pause. So, at the beginning of the movie, he goes, "I'm out of here. I never signed up for this. I don't want Ray to come back to this death bush." And then he goes up to Canto Bight and goes, "Wow, these people suck. Even though you were a slave, co-opted as a child, and you should already know that." And then you went over to the ship and just went, what changed? What did he learn worth fighting for? Because the dude was just like, there's good guys and there's bad guys, whatever. But then he chose the good guys. Homeboy goes, "Look, this person is selling to the good guys and the bad guys. Maybe it's not all so black and white." And then he goes, "Yeah, I'm scum, but I'm rebel scum." He had chosen a path. What made him want to fight for them? What one moment was just like, here is the moment that he chose to fight?
Rose.
When?
She slowly with the candle bite because he's like, "Dang, I wish I could gamble." And she's like, "I hate this place because only the rich can gamble." And she slowly
But he was already a child slave stolen from his parents. So he should know about that. But he doesn't. He has to be told, "Yo, there's child slaves and slavery is bad for children." When he was one himself.
Mm-hmm. And he got out, and they can get out.
Yeah, whatever.
So whatever.
Good luck, kids.
Where's Ray?
Forces Poe to learn that jumping in an X-Wing and blowing something up can't solve everything. But did you see?
She jumped in the giant ship and blew up stuff, and it
that
solved everything.
Quite a lot. And when did he learn that? He destroyed the begins with a D. I can't remember what it's called. The whatever it was. That big old ship because of all the bombers and stuff. Had he not done that, they would have all been killed.
Dead, murdered.
And then when something bad happens, he goes, "Permission to go into an X-Wing and blow stuff up." And she goes, and Leia goes, "Permission granted." And he does that. And then later, I guess it was his "Hey, we got a plan." Oh, I guess she did have a plan this whole time. She just chose not to tell me nor anybody else for no reason whatsoever. I guess I should just blindly listen to whoever I want, whoever tells me what to do in a higher position of power. And thus, once we get over to Crate and Finn goes out to kill himself, I'm just gonna go, "Nah, it's not worth it to go out there and just blow something up." I learned that lesson somewhere, somehow.
How would it not be worth it when they just saw that it absolutely works? One person took out hundreds, thousands. So why can't the same happen here?
If that was a 1 in a million shot, why were they all? Because they had little fleets around the big old ship. Why weren't they just all like, "Okay, you're almost out of fuel. Turn around and hit that 1 in a million shot. You do it or you die. You about to die anyway, so just do it." Nah.
That handbrake turn, holy shit. I love how Luke teaches Rey what it really means to be a Jedi, and how Kylo's diehard obsession with destroying the past pushes away the last person that cares about him and leaves him with nothing. I love how the Last Jedi reaffirmed.
They made out in the very next movie.
The very next movie. And what was his offer to her? Yeah, Jedi, Empire, whatever. Let's just create something new. And she's like, "No, become only good." That's he's just like, screw all of this.
But screw all of this.
The Force as an energy flowing between everything that can be accessed and controlled, and not some genetic superpower owned by a bunch of old wizards. I love how
but she was already very in tune with the Force. She was unbelievably powerful in the first one, more so in the second one. All Luke did was just like, feel the Force around you. Feel that? That's the Force. And then all of a sudden, she's casually one-handed pulling up rocks.
Throws the whole galactic conflict into question and undoes the binary nature of good and evil by reveling in the territory between the two.
What?
Undoes the binary nature because there are people who are selling to both sides.
Yeah, there's always going to be people that have no dog in the war and just selling stuff.
We had this discussion with Mike. We talked about how Oh my goodness. Ben's daddy.
Han.
Han was just a spice runner, neither good nor evil. We talked about a janitor on like the Death Star. Is he good or evil? Talking about like people who just serve food in the Death Star, people who just deliver food. Are they good or evil? The fact that it took 8 movies before the fact that there are not a binary good nor evil, that should speak to the level of this series. That they just have to turn and just go, no, but it's not all good and bad.
I think it's always been there, but the people just never saw it because they never needed to think about it. People didn't think too hard on the first 3 Star Wars. They were just like, hey, cool sci-fi drama thing. It wasn't like, the deep themes and all this crap. It was just like, this is a cool thing and I like it.
But you have to think about this stuff. You always do.
I don't think you do.
You do, though.
I don't think you do. I think you need to think about it if you're trying to assess the quality of the thing.
But once you go, Star Wars is good, you have to assess the quality of it.
You have to start talking about it. Absolutely. But people are just like, I like the Star Wars, boom, 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 explosion, Luke cool, Han cool, Leia cute.
I guess.
Yeah, back in the day, I don't think there was a lot of thinking about Star Wars. It's just like, I like Star Wars.
That's disgusting.
I don't think so. I think when you're younger, you absolutely...
But what about the adults that saw it?
Later on in life?
No.
Oh, the adults at the time?
Mm-hmm.
They're probably dead.
No, but I mean... I mean, of the time when they saw it.
Yeah, there were probably some, 25, 26-year-olds. But, I mean, do you think too much about Cats?
Yeah.
The quality of it?
Every single time I watch it, I'm like, wow, their sizes are shifting so dramatically. That hat is gigantic on them. And then in the very next scene, they're half the size of a trash can. That don't make any sense. Where did that cat find this little tiny tie?
I mean, I love the movie Upgrade, but I don't think too much on it. Like, I think it's just a really, really, really good movie, but I don't think about the qualities of what makes it good. But if somebody were to ask me, absolutely I would start breaking down why I believe it's a good movie. But just going point blank period, it's a good movie. I don't think you necessarily need to think about why it's good.
I do.
Okay.
I just don't. I don't see how somebody can just be like, yep, it's good, and then just push it out of their mind of why it's good.
I don't think push it out of your mind. You just don't think about why you think it's good. You just go like Alita Battle Angel. I think that's a good movie. But I never broke down, the relationship of the dude that creates her and Alita. I didn't break down that type of thing and the boyfriend and blah 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 blah. It's just like I think this is a good movie. But again, if somebody were to ask, I would absolutely be able to rattle off all the things. So whenever you think of something as good as bad, you're always breaking it down in your mind. Mm-hmm. That's interesting. Yeah.
Unless I just literally don't know. Like I always say, I love Monday from One Piece.
See, love and like and stuff like that is different than good and bad.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good point. Every time I think of something is good or bad, I have to qualify it to myself of why.
Interesting. Yeah.
Every single time.
I never felt like I have to do it to myself, but if somebody asks me, I will absolutely tell you why it's good or bad. Like I'll say up and down, Chimera Ant Arc trash. I don't need to think about right now why it's trash. I would just say it's trash. What? Why do you think it's trash? Then I could go, okay, let me break that down.
Be so operatically grand and so quietly intimate, and how it never shies away from being this weird space fantasy whenever it can. I mean, what is this? I love it. I love it for the...
It's a little alien.
It's Star Wars, and so I clap. I love this thing. What even is it? I don't know, but I like it. Dude, get your head out of Star Wars bung. Because this is getting ridiculous. Because you're just like, whatever. It's love.
Love.
I would love to ask him, like, what is a bad thing about Star Wars?
What can you give me some examples of the bad thing? You probably just go stuff like Jar Jar Binks.
Easy stuff.
Yeah, easy surface level stuff. Because don't forget that DBZ Emery, I know we bring him up a lot. It was just like, the anime is what's bad about Bleach.
Boy.
Like, it was a really ridiculous thing to go. I think if you're such a fan of something, you're gonna see the surface level bad of the stuff. But you just kind of gloss over the things that are actually bad about it. Not even actually bad, but just like things you should explore more into why they're bad.
Yeah.
Way I feel it reveres the Star Wars legacy started all the way back in 1977 and how it evolves that legacy in the most faithful way it can in order to open the galaxy up to a whole new dimension of storytelling possibilities. I love it for moments like this, and definitely ones like this.
That scene sucked. They're just mauling these dudes. Ray just got a lightsaber. Like, what's up?
Dude, they are destroying them. And there's some dude online who just went point by point, just like pausing and just went, this is bad because look at this dude just standing here waiting on his cue. Ray kicks somebody and 3 people fall back. They all do like that, overhand slash, and then she kicks one person. Yes, that is it exactly.
Like this.
Look at that! How? It is an amazing video. It's just like, wow, this is a terrible fight scene. But yeah, right there, it's just like all 3 people just flew back from a single kick. And there's gonna be some bum that's just like, that was a forced kick. Shut the up.
You can't tell them to shut up. It's their opinion.
You are right.
Wow, but nothing in...
What? This is art?
And definitely ones like this. Wow, but nothing in Star Wars has ever spoken to me as beautiful.
Didn't we gasp when that happened?
Oh boy, that was when that moment where that happened, where it's just completely silent in the theater. I will never forgive myself because I wanted to just say very cool. I wanted to so bad,
but you cowered it out.
But I cowered it out because I was just like, this would be taking a moment away from these people, and I don't want to do that. But in my heart of hearts, I'm just like, just say it. Just because I'll get a laugh from you and myself, and that's all that matters. I'm just like,
screw the person next to me liking this schlock. Just laugh.
Boy, I will never forgive myself for such cowardice.
And it was so silent.
It was so silent. I was just like, very cool.
As the moment the broom boy in the Fathier stables had his imagination ignited by the power of a fantastic story, because Star Wars is that...
Who's making lightsabers? Who's making lightsabers for action figures?
Who indeed?
Story, and I am that kid. I think we're all that kid deep down.
No.
That's why this moment defines Star Wars for me, and...
Hey kid, here comes your whipping because I told you to come here.
Why ain't you a sweeping? What you looking at? Are you about to look at this whip?
Moment defines Star Wars for me, and that's why I love...
Boy, he did not talk about the casino. He did not talk about Rose. He did not talk about Phasma. Phasma's terrible.
Terrible. Didn't really talk about Poe and Fan that much.
It didn't talk about the Leia flying bush.
Nope.
We need to hit another Star Wars Last Jedi one that hits on all of the
point.
High Top Films.
We got the 40 minutes.
Why are you Patreoning
whatever
this bum?
Because he collabed with him.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Oh yeah. We got the 48-minute boy.
Yeah,
we got more in the pipeline.
We got other ones because this was just I feel I like
Luke.
Please clap video.
Please clap. I saw. I clapped. This like
Star Wars, and I like, and I clap.
9?
9 feels about right. This is a lot feely, touchy-feely hope bull crap.
Opinion.
He said hope a lot.
He said hope a lot.
There's not too much we can do with this. We got a lot of talk about why. This is an intro video to the Star Wars The Last Jedi, so we got out a bunch of our feelings. That's normally what the first video of a series that we do is.
Yeah, they're usually overtly long, like way longer than they need to be.
It's just sort of like a conduit for us to get our opinions out about whatever the media.
But then that's revisited as a whole, really.
Yeah.
Because part 5 trash.
But yeah, this video was just hope.
Mm-hmm.
Just feel hope. Don't you like hope? Isn't hope good?
And next week, oh no, we should start it in April. Fairy Tale month.
Fairy Tale month. Can't wait for that. That's gonna be so fun.
Is it though?
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily.
But looking back, it's probably gonna be fun. We're not gonna get a DBG MRAM, so we can just kill that noise.
I didn't even know MRAM was an MRAM.
Well, now we do.
You think we won't get another?
76% sure.
I wouldn't even believe there was a bleach bum out there like that.
Yo, you don't know the bleach bombs. You clearly do not.
I clearly underestimated the bleach bums. You know what? It was a big 3 at one point, so it makes sense that there would be people that's just like, it's the best of the big 3.
And people have to defend it because it's good, actually, though.
Who's defending Fairy Tale, though? Okay.
Fairy Tale month. More Star Wars stuff coming. We like trashing Star Wars. It's fun.
We like trashing things. Speaking of, Snyder cut tonight, but people are saying it's good.
What did Chris say?
He said it was trash.
Oh, right. Who do you believe more? Nebulous people or this bum?
There's so many people that are just like, it was so much better than what I thought it was going to be. Okay.
That means nothing.
That's why I said, is the Snyder cut new coking, y'all, or is it actually good? Because when you look at it, is it a good film, or is it a film that you thought was going to be a 2 that turned out to be a 5, and because of that, in your mind, it's a 7?
Yeah. But then again, you did that exact same thing.
With?
What the did you do that with? Oh my goodness, I don't remember what it was.
I don't think you have an example there.
Was it on the podcast, or was it on,
where I said it was a...
Where you said that you expected something, and it wasn't that, so it upped it. I cannot remember what it was, but you did it.
Okay.
You did it. You did.
Hey, have I ever said I'm not a bum?
That don't mean nothing.
I am a certified bum.
Okay, but if a bum...
We are certified hypocrites.
True that. Bums can be bums to even bums.
Yes. It's just like Patrice O'Neal said, where Opie was like, why are you talking about this fat dude? You're fat. And he's like, just because I'm fat don't mean I can't talk about somebody fat.
That dude, oh man, I'll just go back and look. He kills me.
Yes, Patrice was amazing.
Disgusting. All right, yeah, Fairy Tale month. That's that's gonna be fun.
Yep.
And then more stuff.
I should probably finish editing that Bad Movie Day. And that thing, re-list thing the editing is way more than I thought it was gonna be. So yeah.
That's what it's gonna be.
We're out.